Hello again, fans. Welcome to a show to be named later. I'm Chase, and this is Will. Talking about some sports topics this evening with you. Will, what about the NFL season so far? It's kind of an up in the air season. I mean, in the past, you've had 5 or 6 or even 7 teams that you kind of know are going to take those playoff spots, and they go deep into the season as undefeated. But I think right now we've only got like 3, maybe undefeateds left in the league. Is that right?
To my count, I think that's right.
Yeah, so this is going to be a good NFL season. It's a crazy season, which makes for good theatrics and good drama coming down to the wire.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
So a couple storylines you want to hit on that have happened so far through 5 weeks in the NFL.
Well, I'd say we start with the New England Patriots, which, by the way, I think Tom Brady threw another pick 6.
Oh, he's off my guy. All right.
You know,
now everybody this entire week since Monday night, they're talking about the dynasty is over.
Golden child, it is over.
No, it's not,
dude. Ever since they got busted for cheating and Spygate,
hey, man,
they haven't won squad douche.
Hey, Brady's getting older, but Brady's still Brady. He doesn't have the talent around him that he had around him during those Super Bowl teams. And Belichick is still an awesome coach. I mean, the dynasty may be coming back, which is fine with me. It gives my Ravens a chance to get up in that spot from the AFC. But I mean, you can't judge a team or a quarterback or a guy on one game. Yeah, he had a terrible game, a very bad game. All right, but
this is the second one this year. They've played 4 games and he's had 2 crap games. 2. He got his jocks rocked down in Miami, and then Kansas City set a new new world record for noise, and he couldn't even
Well, it's a case of
go home to Giselle and
players,
just enjoy life.
It's a case of players that are around you and stuff that's going on. Okay, so for the longest run, all right, Brady had everything fall into place for him, had all these pieces around him. Okay, then you got Aaron Hernandez killing everybody, going to jail. All right, Gronk is out there breaking his arms, partying, doing pornos and whatnot, and he's not even really concentrating on football. You got now all those pieces are leaving him. So yeah, he's having a backslide.
But that was always.
I think Brady's still going to be there.
I don't think the problem is so much Brady as it is Belichick and the guy. Let's go back. Scott Pioli was the general manager for the New England Patriots back in the heyday. All right, and I think with Scott Pioli and Belichick making the personnel changes and the moves, they made some really good moves. They took a couple gambles that paid off huge for them, and then they had some Randy Moss was definitely one of them. Yeah. I can't remember the running back that came from Cincinnati, but he was also one.
The firm?
No. He went from New England to Cincinnati, but anyway. They had some guys that they took, that you felt were irreplaceable pieces, and they let them go. Willie McGinnis was one. They let Willie McGinnis go, and
he was like 60 years old.
But he went from there to Oakland, and he actually had 2 more Pro Bowl seasons with Oakland.
Yeah.
I mean, he was still had some stuff left in the tank.
It's not hard to have a Pro Bowl season with Oakland.
Well, but you got to get on the Pro Bowl. I mean, granted, it might not be hard to be the lead tackler at Oakland, but to actually still get on the Pro Bowl team, you got to have some skills.
Yeah.
But anyway, I think that Belichick has gotten to the point where his pants are so big for him that when he does make bad decisions, he's not willing to step up and own them. I mean, the signing, they knew Aaron Hernandez had a ton of questions about him coming out of Florida. Yet they signed him. They drafted him. He fell like into the 4th round or 5th round or something like that. They took a chance on him, which was a good risk.
Mm-hmm.
But then they still had rumors had been talking about before they signed him to that long extension. Then they went ahead and signed him anyway. They rolled the dice and signed him to that long extension. And they knew that he had so many question marks about his personal life off the field. But anyway, I think that those are some things where he felt like he was just, I'm Bill Belichick and I can make this right. I make this work.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, with that being the case, I think also that we've got a couple other things that I want to talk about real quick. Steve Smith.
Let's do
it. Steve Smith
put a smackdown on the Panthers. By the way, go Ravens. That's all I gotta say.
Unbelievable. So They did. They put a severe beat down on the Ravens.
And he said it was coming. He said, "Get your goggles."
That's right.
Get your goggles.
It's coming. It's going to be bloody out there.
Yeah.
And it was. And then the other thing that I want to talk about is we touched on this a couple of shows ago. We were talking about the domestic violence off the field with the NFL players, but San Francisco 49ers have become a debacle.
Oh, yeah.
And now they're saying that the coach has lost the locker room and they want him to resign, step down, and he and the general manager don't get along. And then you tied him to the Michigan job, and Brady Hoke's going to be fired. And here we've already got another spot for Harbaugh to coach and work at, but he's still got a job.
Well, I mean, he's got a job, but they don't want him.
They make the playoffs every year.
They don't want him. I'm not saying they're smart. I'm just saying they don't want him. The players don't want him. The ownership don't want him. For whatever reason, yeah, I agree with you. He's a hell of a football coach. I mean, he's everywhere he's been, he's won. But I can't answer the fact that they don't want him.
Yeah.
All right.
New England didn't want Parcells, and that didn't work out real well.
I'm gonna make your bold prediction here. Next year, Jim Harbaugh wearing a navy blue hat with a big M on the front of it.
Wow. So
I
just want to say we got a couple of big games this week. Want to know what you're thinking about this. We got Houston and Dallas. Both teams are 3-1. I know you hate the Cowboys.
It's not a big game.
That is a big game.
Dallas should go move to the Pac-12.
But Dallas giving up 4.5. That's a big game. We've got Tampa Bay at New Orleans. New Orleans is 1-3.
Hang on. Dallas is giving 4.5. I'll tell you what. I liked Ryan Fitzpatrick last week. He looked really good. The Bills actually should have won that ball game. Had plenty of chances to win the ball game, but they had poor quarterback play out of E.J. Manuel, who's been benched, by the way, for Kyle Orton coming back into the league. He's been in the league since like the 80s.
And he's from Purdue.
I think I had an Orton jersey when I was 3 years old.
Probably.
I mean, but anyway, all right, moving forward. Yeah, I like Fitzpatrick. I hope the Texans wear the Cowboys out. Are they playing in Jerry World?
They are playing in Jerry World.
I think does Dallas have 16 home games a year?
Well, it feels like
I think every game they
play
is at home.
In all seriousness, I know we pick and joke about them, but do you know that when they are on national TV and they're the primetime game, they are the biggest draw the NFL has on
That's
TV.
because it's like Days of Our Lives, because people want to see the soap opera.
Right.
I mean, shit, they're going to watch, what's going to happen on the sidelines.
Right.
Who's going to throw a helmet? What's Tony Romo going to do? The league's sweetheart. The
episode of That's My Mama and What's Going Down?
Yeah. I mean,
right.
they want to see that. Everybody wants to see a train wreck. That's why people watch The Bachelor. That's why people watch Naked and Afraid. That's why people watch Lost.
There's our bell. So
I ain't worried about that, Bell. We got a bunch to talk about.
We do. All right, well, let's touch on this real quick. All right, so you like Houston against Dallas. All right, you got Kansas City Chiefs, who looked like a Super Bowl contender against, Tom Brady and his wussy arm, and going against the 49ers at San Francisco in the Levi Stadium or Ranger Stadium or whatever.
Berman is now referring to it as the bell bottom.
Okay, well, that's perfect. And they're in San Francisco, good up 7.5. Who you like? I'm taking KC.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
Alex Smith coming home, he's going to rub it in their face.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I even think Kaepernick's, sliding back a little bit with his play. He's getting a little eccentric on the field. He's got to tighten everything up and, get back to what he does best. I think he's gotten away from that. I think he got away from it last year, and he's still there this year as well. So, yeah, I definitely like KC. KC's got. I mean, I don't watch a lot of KC games, but I watch that Monday night game, and they have got some skill players.
They do.
They got that tight end. They got Charles. They got another running back.
Niles Davis.
Niles Davis, yeah, SEC kid, by the way.
It is.
Not
to get off topic, but we're talking NFL, but
Niles Davis. There's no S on it. Isn't it Niles Davis?
My bad.
Judges.
Yeah, Niles Davis. Okay, Niles Davis. Okay, great. All right. Arkansas, how good did they look the other day? I know they lost, but how good did they look?
They look good. I mean, you got A&M's defense. Everybody thought A&M's defense was much improved. They want to anoint A&M to, be the national championship. But what we got out of South Carolina now? I mean, Arkansas did look really good, but it's against A&M's defense.
Yeah. All right.
Is that an interpretive dance?
Hesterman is about to blow a gasket if we don't get off the air here. So do us a favor. Follow us on YouTube at WCP Sports Talk. Subscribe to our channel. And also follow us on Twitter at SportsWCP. Thanks and have a good night.
I'm Phil Hesterman. for WCP Sports.